So here we are. We have made it to 2023. We are almost into February, as crazy as that is, but I think we're going to make a move to the Lake Norman area this year. Just can't figure out exactly where. Um, hmm. That is what we're going to talk about today. We are going to go over the 5 must-knows when picking a place to live and making that move and relocating to Lake Norman, North Carolina. And I'm going to get after it right now. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the layout of the lake. Its location, of course, in North Carolina, the 4 counties that make up and touch the lake, and then the towns within those counties. They are all different, and each one may fit your vibe, your lifestyle, your need to be in a specific location, whether that's for family, friends. We're going to get into all of that. So let's start out right away. Okay, so here is our map. Kind of ignore everything else. We're going to start with this map right here, map of North Carolina and basically the southeast, and zoom in to get a good idea of where we are. So here we see Raleigh-Durham over here to the east, Greensboro and Winston-Salem essentially to the north, but smack dab in the middle. And there is Charlotte. Just north of Charlotte, we have Lake Norman. Now, what we have here are the counties that touch Lake Norman. This, where my cursor is Iredell County. Includes Statesville, Troutman, Mooresville. We come down into Mecklenburg County. We have Cornelius, Davidson, which is just to the north, there we go, of Cornelius, and come down into Huntersville. Head a little bit to the west, on the west side of the lake, southwest, we have Lincoln County. That is where Denver's located. The majority of this western portion of the lake is going to be Denver and have a Denver address. Get north of that, we have Catawba County. Catawba County's main town that touches the lake and that is on the lake is Sherrills Ford. Definitely the most rural of the towns that touch the lake, besides directly across from that, Troutman on the east side of the lake. So we'll start with Troutman. Troutman is going to be, like I said, very laid back, very rural. As expansion continues, it is definitely becoming busier, but nowhere near as busy as, say, Cornelius and Mooresville are. We come down into Mooresville, of course, as I mentioned, that is going to be the busiest portion of the lake. However, anything that you would want to do, whether it's activities for kids, shopping, dining, you name it, you can find it in Mooresville. Definitely has more things to do than anywhere else on the lake. Come a little bit south of there, you've got Davidson. I'm going to zoom in here quite a bit because what we have with Davidson, the only part of Davidson that touches the lake is this little peninsula right here, separated by Interstate 77. And those are all condominium complexes. So one of the greatest areas on the lake with the concentration of condos is located right there with that Davidson address. Now, as we head into Davidson, may or may not be familiar, Davidson is a small, fantastic, very popular little college town. But you get down here on the main street, you can park, walk, you've got shopping, dining, several little small eateries. It's just an adorable little place to be. It's fantastic. So those that love Davidson will never leave Davidson. They absolutely love it. And that may fit your lifestyle. It may fit what it is that you're looking to do when living around Lake Norman. Coming a little bit further south than that, we have Cornelius. Now, of course, we've got the lake side on the west of Interstate 77. And then the downtown side. Downtown side is going to be older. Along Catawba Avenue here, what we have are a bunch of homes that have been rezoned for businesses. So we have businesses located in homes. There's a couple of bars, restaurants. There's real estate offices. There's law offices. It's adorable. It's fun to walk. They've got a new arts district going in right here, a new performing arts center, and then town hall, city hall right here. As we get on to the lakeside, we have the Peninsula Golf and Country Club and everything that is out on Jeton Road. Absolutely love it over here. It's right there with Mooresville as far as my favorite place on the lake. There's just so much you can do right here on Catawba Ave. Restaurants, some of the best steakhouses. We've got Hello Sailor right over here. That is going to be a waterfront restaurant. We've got the Port City Club down here, right there on the water. Another great restaurant. So many things that you can do. Again, faster paced lifestyle similar to that of Mooresville. Then we get down to Huntersville. It's where Birkdale Village is, which is a great outdoor shopping, dining. You can live, work. Some condos up above the businesses. We'll get out and take a look at that. But you can see the neighborhood right behind that. So what everybody loves about that, of course, is they can walk, for a quick little dinner out. We've got a wine bar. We've got high-end steakhouse, several other great places to eat. What you see here are trees. This has mainly been reworked already. It's not showcasing it on the map. That is Little Entertainment District. They've got right now ice skating out here this time of the year in the wintertime. We've got a movie theater over here. So a lot more to do down in the Huntersville area. And as we make our way down Highway 73 and over to the other side of the lake, there we have the power plant and the Catawba River separated by the dam. Then we jump into Lincoln County. Lincoln County, we are looking at Westport and Denver. Slower paced. However, what you'll find there, still some absolutely gorgeous neighborhoods, gorgeous homes. It's just expanding. And as that expansion is taking place and Denver grows, the infrastructure is struggling to keep up with it a little bit. What I mean by that, essentially you have this main Highway 16 here. That is a 4-lane highway, very fast. Here is Highway 16 business. Now that is the only main north-south thoroughfare that takes you up and through the actual town of Denver, and then where all of the neighborhoods are located. That is always busy, getting north and south. As we head north from there, we get into Sherrills Ford. Sherrills Ford is growing, as is everywhere on the lake, as much as it possibly can. But still so much more room for growth. And over the next decade, that will continue. However, the farther away from Charlotte we get, the more rural it gets. So the slower the growth will be, but the lower the home prices and more affordability will follow as well. So that is the lay of the land of the lake itself. Hey guys, so we're off to a good start, but want to just say that if this is your first time visiting my channel, checking out any of my videos, please do me a favor, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, the like button, make sure you comment on my videos, and above all, hit that notification bell so you are alerted anytime that I put out some new content. Going to be doing vlog tours of all of the Lake Norman area towns, specific neighborhoods. It's going to be a very busy few months for me, and I can't wait. Want to bring everything that I can to you. So, reach out to me days, nights, weekends on my phone number, contact information below. Use me as a resource. It's what I'm here for. If you are here in town, let's get out, have a cup of coffee, chat about what it is that you're looking to do, whether it's get into that first home or just make a move somewhere up maybe near the lake, get out of the uptown area, or just change of scenery, whatever the case may be. I love it here. I live, eat, work, breathe, sleep the Lake Norman area, and would love to pour any of the information I have into you so you can help, or excuse me, so I can help you make that best decision when it comes time. So definitely hit me up. But anyway, let's keep on moving. All right, guys. So number 2 on my list, multifaceted, of course, when I get into number 2, but what is your reason for relocating to the area? Are you going to be retiring and finally taking that deep breath and just enjoying the lake? If so, there are several active adult communities throughout the area, 2 of which to me stand out above the rest. You've got Bailey's Glen on the Cornelius side, and you have Trilogy on the west-hand side of the lake. Trilogy is located in Denver. Over in Cornelius, you have Bailey's Glen. Both very, very similar. I mean, so much to do. They've got event community planners on staff to help you with that. What I love about Trilogy, you have a membership that you would pay into. As a part of that membership, you do have access to a boat club on the lake. And I have family that lives out there. I think they may be the mayors of Trilogy. I'm not too sure, but they are involved in absolutely everything and having the time of their lives. Another thing, of course, that may be bringing you down may be job transfer, maybe a new career that may kind of force your hand to a degree of where you're going to be on the lake. If your job's going to be in Charlotte and you're going to be worrying about a commute, of course, you may want to live closer to Charlotte and stay away from the Mooresville, Sherrills Ford area. Maybe you just want to escape that the cold weather that I love being down here, where the coldest that we experience essentially are a few days of the year. The highs are going to be in the 30s. Other than that, the average high is going to be in the upper 40s at its coldest. And then back up into the 50s, 60s, 70s here in no time as we get into March. Another thing bringing people down are the lower taxes. Escape those taxes from the big cities, New York, New Jersey, Boston, Massachusetts. I've got another video that I've done. Check it out. It's going to be my cost of living comparison that I've done with the greater Charlotte area versus 4 major markets that I included: Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C., and Boston, Massachusetts, cost of living compared to us. So check that out. Really good information on there. And yeah, I know I mentioned earlier, maybe being closer to family. That is the case for my parents. They moved to the Denver area. My sister lives in Mooresville. I live in Huntersville. And they wanted to watch their grandkids grow up. So they made the move a few years ago, and gosh, absolutely love it. So they're about 25 minutes from either of us, and they couldn't be happier. So topic number 3 that I want to discuss is what part of the lake fits your lifestyle. Every part of the lake kind of fits a different need or a different want, or sometimes both. So if you are looking to have some space, say maybe an acre or more, whether that's on the water or not, highly recommend either, say, Troutman or Sherrills Ford, or potentially Denver, or you get into Mooresville, Cornelius, out farther away from the lake. The farther away you get, you're going to be able to enjoy those, still the lower taxes. You'll have larger lots. There are some neighborhoods with 1 acre minimum lots. We can help you find that right spot for you if it is quiet that you're indeed looking for. If you're looking for that faster paced lifestyle, maybe you like to hit up happy hours a couple days a week, maybe with the coworkers, or just get out for a good time with your friends in evenings or night times. Mooresville, Cornelius, that is where you're going to want to be. Huntersville a little bit, but basically where Huntersville and Cornelius come together, that Birkdale area is kind of where the entertainment district is going to start. So tons of fun. Love it up there. There's not a day that goes by when we're not in racing season that you're not going to bump into a NASCAR star if you're out and about. Now, Denver, As I've mentioned, it is growing, still not much to do out there. So you're going to get that mixture of traffic, yet can be in either a neighborhood that is going to give you space, give you room to breathe, or you've got plenty of neighborhoods that maybe you want this. Homes are closer together. Everybody knows each other. They're out in the streets playing. If you've got a family, of course, that's going to be a huge factor to you. Where are the kids going to be so that they can have friends that become lifelong friends as they grow up and have a blast together? What activities you're going to be doing, as far as team sports. You've got that in Mooresville, Denver, Cornelius, Davidson, Huntersville. Sherrills Ford, not as much. Everything is going to be a little bit more country up in Sherrills Ford. So that would be my number one recommendation if you are looking for a place either on or close to the lake. So yeah, so that's definitely a very important factor. Your reason for making the move to the Lake Norman area. My number 4 topic that I'll discuss in making that decision and where around the lake to move is commuting going to be important for you? Or maybe if you're coming down for work, maybe work from home and commuting is not going to be important for you. If that's the case, boy, Mooresville, Cornelius is ideal. You can find a phenomenal neighborhood, great areas. I'm going to do some neighborhood tours of the Point in Mooresville. Absolutely gorgeous luxury neighborhood. The Farms, Bay Harbor, all areas on touching the lake or with lake access that are just, they're large and you've got families abound. So great place if you don't need to commute. If you do, it just adds an extra 15-20 minutes to, potentially if you're getting down to Charlotte or, not everyone works in Charlotte. Of course, it's very big, but be about a 30 to 45 minute commute down to Charlotte. Maybe you are going to be working in the Hickory area. That is going to be to the northwest of the lake. So Denver, Sherrills Ford, Highway 16 takes you straight up and into Hickory, Newton. Growing areas, one of the larger towns, outside of Winston-Salem, Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, of course. You've got Hickory. It's going to be kind of on your second level size-wise, and plenty of work opportunities up there. If you are going to be traveling a lot for work, maybe you need to be close to the airport, closer to the airport. Recommend Denver, the northwestern portion of Huntersville, Cornelius, maybe Davidson. Quick jaunts down Interstate 77 from the east side of the lake. From the west side of the lake, 16 almost takes you straight to the airport. But either way, you pick up 485, which is the big belt loop that travels around Charlotte, drops you straight into the airport. Really going to be no more. Even if you're up in Mooresville, you're about an hour from the airport. But, as you get down to the southern edge of the lake and you don't have nearly as much traffic to fight, probably going to be about 20 to 30 minutes, depending upon when it is that you need to get over to the airport at the most. Going to be a very important factor for you. With that said, I'll take it into my number 5 topic. Schools obviously are going to be very, very important if you're bringing your family down here and raising your kids in the Lake Norman area. It is very difficult to go wrong no matter where you go with schools, and I'm going to show you that here in just a couple moments. Now, as you may or may not know, realtors are not allowed to guide or steer you to a specific school. So definitely encourage you to do your own research, but I'm going to show you where I do all of that research when it comes down to it, to specific addresses. As our area has grown so rapidly over the last 5 to 10 years, redistricting, easy for me to say, has occurred quite often. And so, what address may go to a specific school this year may change next year. So it's very important to know that, stay ahead of it. We will share the screen one more time. And here is greatschools.org. And I'm only looking at high schools. Now, as you look around, these are going to be public high schools. There are charter schools as well, all surrounding the lake. Fantastic charter schools. But as you can see by the grades here, the majority of the high schools are top tier, above average, if not well above average. I've got a 2 and a 7-year-old. My 7-year-old's in first grade, and her charter school is located right here where my hand is. But absolutely love the variety of schools and school choices and options that we have here in North Carolina. Mooresville, you're going to have Iredell County schools. Unless you are in the town of Mooresville, you have the Mooresville Graded School District. Any of them are going to be above average. But again, as you see here, you can do so much of your own research, and they'll tell you, here's Lake Norman Charter School. This is K through 12. We'll click on that one. They are a 10 out of 10. Constantly rank that. You look at the test scores, student progress, college readiness, equity, everything is 10s across the board. Tough to beat that, but it's also extremely tough to get in that school. It's a lottery every year. Once you're in, but it's a matter of getting in. Best times to get in are at the beginning, kindergarten, of course, as your young ones getting ready to go into kindergarten. Another one is the beginning of, say, middle school, 9th grade and 6th grade. So K, 6th, and 9th are going to be your best chances to get into a charter school. Highly recommend this. You can look up middle schools, elementary schools, some pre-K options. Can't speak highly enough. This is where I send everybody to go check out schools. I'm always here as a resource. Feel free to ask me anything. I can do a deeper dive no matter where you choose around the lake. It is highly likely your child will get a fantastic education. But if this again is your first time joining me on my channel, welcome. I'm going to be putting out minimum 1 video a week. I'm going to get to 2 videos a week here soon and try to hit you with every bit of information that you need to know to make that right decision when moving here to the Lake Norman area of Charlotte. But you got to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, whatever is convenient for you. Please reach out. I'm here always. It's what I love to do. There we go. Email just went off. So got the email. Oh, there's the fam. Got the email, and we'll touch base with Jason here in a minute and answer his question. But yes, let me know. Let's have a conversation. Let's jump on a Zoom meeting. I'd love to get to know you, even if it's only virtually for now, if you're coming from out of state. If you live here in the area, let's meet, have a cup of coffee, talk about what it is that you're going to look for in the next phase of life. Maybe it's buying that first home. Maybe it's retiring and getting into the home that you're going to call home for the rest of your life. I want to help you make that move, and I am honored at those that choose to work with me. And I've gotten to know almost everyone that I've ever worked with. It just means that much to me that I'm a part of such an important decision. So with that said, I'm out, off to the next video idea, and we'll get some information out to you in a few days. Talk to you soon. Peace. Carolina Realtor Ross signing off.